In this episode of the Caravan Whisperer, the continued squealing noise. The van was a gift from our neighbor because it made so many noises, loud screeching noises, which was the last video, and now this. Noisy Caravan. It's been a few weeks, so I'm going to give it a listen again. Really don't hear much from the water pump at all, which is good news. But then again, what's easier, the water pump or the tensioner to replace? Okay, there's a lot of videos on this, and you don't have to remove the alternator. Okay, good news. You also don't have to remove the shroud around the belts. Unless you want to, it's a little easier to get at the belt to put it back on, but you don't have to. And I'm gonna show you how to do this. I watched all the videos, I scoured through all the manuals, so you don't have to. You're welcome. Give me a thumbs up and a subscribe for all my hard work. It would be the penance of payment for this video, which is free. Some more, please. Give it a thumbs up for me. Throw me a bone over here. Thanks. Okay, so here we go. 15 millimeters is the wrench on the tensioner, and we're gonna slip off. Boy, if I can pull it back far enough. We're gonna slip it off down here at the water pump. Another tip for you, when getting the part for this vehicle with the grooved tensioner, that's the one I needed. This is the part number, and for the smooth one, see, I got the grooved one. If you have the smooth one, it's actually 38393. Okay, that should be, I should have it this way. So you leave off the 8, you put a 3. That's the part number for the smooth one. I should have put a line through the 8, but that's the part number if you're looking to do this job. Now, the Chrysler engineers and all their brilliance didn't put a nut on the outside like they do in the 2000. It's like 4 and on, I think it is. So yeah, there's a nut on the back, and I've seen other videos where people are taking that's not going to help you with taking the alternator off, and it's a lot more work. So I'll show you how you do this. You're going to need to jack up the vehicle. See that? Get it off the ground. Here's what's weird about this vehicle too, by the way. It's got the Chrysler symbol here. The part came up as a Dodge Grand Voyager. It should be in a Dodge Grand Voyager, but it's a Caravan. See, how weird is that? See, Caravan SE with a Chrysler symbol on it, and the parts for a Grand Voyager. Yeah, they were going through some changes at the time. I bought this part online, and it was like 25 bucks cheaper. Jacking up the van. Now be careful, because you're gonna have to get way up under there. Make sure you chock a wheel. And of course, like my old buddy Dave said, jack stand for safety. Did you see that? It's leaking fluid. That transmission fluid. Wouldn't doubt it. I'll use my camera here to get a better look if I can. If I can even fit it up in there. It's the back. Okay, so here we are underneath, and that is the crank, and that is our tensioner, and the bolt for it is right, boy, it's right up there, that little, in that hole. You can see, it's hard to see, it's in the center. Can I put it in the center of the screen? Behind the exhaust manifold here, we'll reach it. That's the nut that holds it on. Okay, homies, thanks to my dollar store flashlight there. Here's the end of my ratchet right there. Can you see where I put? You can see where I put the blue. That's my blue 15mm socket is on that nut, and I'm gonna proceed. Best way I found to do this is to lay my feet that way, and this nice hole right here gives you access to reach right up there, other side of the exhaust manifold. All right, YouTube, so here's how I ended up doing this, because that thing was tight. It was super tight. So what I had to do was I put a socket, the socket's on the end of a swivel, and I got the extensions onto my 1/2-inch wrench. Got an adapter right there, goes to 1/2 inch. This is 3/8 all the way up. Swivel on the end. Make sure it don't strip. You don't want that. Like this. That's what I use to get it loose. And then, yeah, I just torqued the heck out of it from down here because then I had leverage. And I got it loose. Look at that. So this is off. You can see the tensioners hanging there. And it is freezing cold. Clear night in the Pacific Northwest, dealing with freezing temperatures. I know. I am not a quitter, YouTube. There we go. And here's the new one. Sliding into position. And it's got the little right there. So we're gonna thread it in the back. Make sure it's on right, and that keyway is still in there. See that? Keyway holds it in place. All right, and as you can see, I'm tightening it down the same way that I, you know, got it loose. I can't do that while I'm holding the phone though, so. You pop the ratchet off and there's a nice nifty place to rest it while it stays firmly on the nut up there. So we're gonna check and make sure it's still in the keyway. This is still in the keyway. Appears to be so. Yes. That's good. I'm gonna tighten it down the rest of the way. And again, using our handy dandy belt diagram, I'm gonna put the belt back on, start her up. Another trick I learned, get yourself a little more leverage on the tensioner. It's a stiff new tensioner, and you just using this 1/2 inch breaker bar, because 15mm, about a 1/2 inch. And you get a little more leverage that way. All right, moment of truth. Start her up. Alright, so I don't know. To be continued. Don't forget to subscribe, and why not watch another video? Stick around!